first one is study the data, calculate the percentage of the working population. Now, we have done the working population here, which says working population equal to age group. So age group of those who are working start from 16 to 40, 41 to 60. That is, people working is within this age group. Within this age group, 16 to 40, 41 to 60. And within 16 to 40, we have how many percentage? We have 30%. Within 41 to 60, we have 20%. So these two are the working population here. Those people who are working, who are hale and hearty, who are working. So we have 30% plus 20%, which gives 50%. We have 30% plus 20%, which gives what? 50%. Now the second question says calculate the dependency ratio. Calculate the dependency ratio. What's the formula for it? It is dependent population over working population times 100. Dependent population over working population times 100. And this is how we're going to do it. Now, what's the range of dependent population? Now, those who depend on population. Those who depend on those who are working. It's as simple as that. Those who depend on those that are working. Now, children depend on their parents. Their parents are actually working, right? Yes. So we have 0 to 15 years who still depend on their parents for survival. We also have 61 and above, those who are not working, who have retired and don't have any source of income. I get me, who are resting. So they depend on those who are working. So we have 0 to 15 years who depends on those who are working, 51 and above who depend on those who are working. So we have dependent populations to be. We have dependent population, like if you don't understand, you can drop a comment on this video for better understanding. We have 0 to what? To 15 years. Those who depend on those who are working, plus 61 and above. Dependent population is 0 to 15 years who depend on those who are working, and what? 61 above years. Can you see that? So now, what is the percentage population of 0 to 15 years? We have what? 35%, sorry. We have 35%. For 0 to 15 years, we have what? We have 35%. And from 0 to 15 years, we have 35%. Plus 61 and above age group. 61 above age group, what percent? We have 15% of population. We have 15% of population. So 35 plus 15 gives what? Gives 50. Give 50. Now the working population is how many? What percent? 50%. What's the dependent population too? We have 50%. Now we have solved the individual, and now we want to use the formula to solve the mathematics. We have working population. Dependent population is what percent? 50%. So this dependent population will now be 50%. Over the working population, what percent? Is 50%. So we're going to write 50%. Now what's the formula? Times 100. Times 100. Times 100. So 50% all over 50% times 100 give us what? 100%. You can use a calculator to calculate it to confirm. You can use your calculator to calculate it to confirm your answer. So 50 over 50% times 100 give us 100%. So we solve for what? You solve for A, the working population. We've solved for B. Now let's go to C. C says, what are 3 implications of this population structure for the country's economy. What are three implications of this population structure, what I've just done, for the country's economy? This means that every working people support 100 dependents. I'm going to write what I've just done now. This means that every 100 working population working people support 100 dependents. This means every 100 working people support 100 dependents. What does it mean? It means that since our working population is 50% and our dependent population is 50%, which makes it 100 to 100. That is 1:1. WP, that is working population, is 50%. Dependent is 50%. That is 1:1, which makes it that 100 workers support 100 dependents because it's an equal number. We have 50 working population and we have 50 dependent population, which make it an equal number. Which means that this means every 100 working people support 100 dependents. Now, let's solve the C. So with this, we'll be able to answer the C questions. The implications of this population structure. 1. It means that high dependency burden. So with a dependency ratio, you know that those people working, they have this burden on them. Children depend on them, old men depend on them, so it's like a burden to them. High dependency ratio of 100%. Workers bear a heavy burden. You can see that a heavy burden of supporting dependents. Of supporting what? Of supporting dependents. Thereby reducing savings. They won't be able to save because they are using the money to take care of their children and of their old men and women, and they won't be able to invest. There is a burden on them. So high dependency burden with a dependency ratio of 100%. Workers bear a heavy burden of supporting dependents, thereby reducing savings and investment. The second answer will be pressures on social services. Pressure on social services. Now, the large young population, that is 0 to 15 years, put pressures on education and healthcare. These young ones will put pressure on teachers because the more children we have, the more pressure will be on teachers. They want to look for more teachers. Are you getting me? Look for more teachers. So that's the pressure on them. And healthcare too, where you have to give children vaccines and other things. Are you getting me too? For their health. So there's more pressure to get all these facilities for what? For the younger ones. Do you understand? If you don't understand, you can drop it on the comment section. And the third one, how many data across to look for? 3. And the last one is high employment opportunities or potentials. High employment potentials. High employment potential as